So as promised, out at the range today with the Fox Army FXH50. This is a red dot 2 MOA, and it does have a shake awake feature. Now, it's been a little while since I've done a review on a rifle or carbine red dot, but I don't remember most of the ones that I currently have having a shake awake feature. So that's pretty cool. I know it comes on a lot of pistol red dots. And I'll just say up front that everything that we've ever received from Fox Armory, they did send us this optic, but everything that we've received from them genuinely has been okay, because as you know, with the Sallee and some of the other optics that we received, if it did not perform, we said as much. It didn't matter to us if they sent it to us. These have absolutely performed. The last pistol red dot that we had, I abused it on the tailgate of my wife's Jeep. She was not extremely happy about that, but I beat it up as much as I could. I don't think that would happen in real world, but I tried to mimic maybe dropping it on the ground or something like that. But either way, it held up, held zero, did fine. Never had a problem with any of these red dots. With that said, we haven't put tons and tons and years of experience with them, but we've had lesser red dots that did not do as well. Either way, it comes packaged very, very well. And of course, I've kind of taken it apart. But you have your multi-tool here, if you will. You have one side to make your windage and elevation adjustments. You have this cute little piece that goes in your plastic handle here to remove this riser plate and install this lower if you want it mounted lower on the gun. So it does come with the plate, does come with the instruction manual, which is very easy to understand and read. Dust cover does come with the CR2032 battery. I assume that's an extra, because I assume they all come with a battery in them, because mine did. Mine had a battery in there already. So when I hit the button to turn it on, it came right on. So again, multi-tool does come with a very large cleaning cloth here. So what I want to do is, I don't know really how to abuse one of these. I don't know where we would be. So one MOA is 1.05 inches per 100 yards. That is your adjustments. Let's see if we have anything else here of relevance. The dot size, as said, is a 2 MOA, parallax free. We have 1/2 MOA, I guess per click would be 1/2 MOA. The battery is CR2032. It mounts to all Mill Standard 1913 rails, aircraft grade aluminum, steel mounting hardware. As I said, it is a nice looking optic, as I said in one of the shorts that we did. So you turn it on, you press the plus or minus, turn it off, minus for 3 seconds. To adjust the illumination, it has 12 brightness settings. Obviously, the plus button to brighten it up, and to decrease the brightness, the minus, which seems fairly well self-explanatory, but it does have 12 brightness settings, which is a ton of settings. So I don't think it has any night. It doesn't look like it has any night vision settings or anything like that, like some of your pistol red dots. Motion activated. Let's see, shake awake function and auto sleep function can be selected off and on. So you press and hold the plus button for 3 seconds. If the LED blinks 4 times, the shake awake function and auto sleep function are on. Press and hold the plus button for 3 seconds. And if the LED blinks 3 times, the shake awake function and auto sleep function are off. So again, these are very, very detailed instructions in here. A lot of times when you get these red dots, you can't make heads or tails out of any of this stuff. This is very well done, very well put together. Makes it very easy for you to use and install your optics. So right now, what I want to do, I don't know what else to do as far as, and these adjustments, I don't know if this will pick up on camera with all the crickets and cicadas out here that's making all this freaking racket, but the So the windage and the elevation is very positive clicks. I mean, you know it clicked. It feels as though it locked into place. And again, sometimes with cheaper optics, you don't get that. The glass on this thing is super clear. I don't get any of this like you do sometimes on cheaper optics. You get this like it looks like glue around the perimeter of the glass. To me, it looks very, very good, very clear. And the dot is super, super crisp. So there's no splattering, because some red dots will splatter for me. And so it is a very nice, crisp red dot. And so let's try to get it zeroed. We'll do that off camera, try to shorten the video up a little bit, and then once we have it zeroed, we'll come back and show you as much. Maybe try to pour some water on it, slap it around a little bit, and make sure it'll hold zero. So we managed to get it zeroed up. It took about, we're standing here at about 25 yards. That's good enough for me on something like this, because I'm not out hunting with this or anything like that. So it was pretty easy to get on target. It took about 8 shots. My wife shot it after I got it on. After I got it on, she said, let me shoot it, and acted like she was a expert or something after I had already gotten it zeroed. I'm just saying. But anyway, as far, again, after we got it zeroed, we did finish out the magazine, which was, I guess we had one in the pipe, so it was 31 rounds after, well, probably whatever that math is. 20-some, low 20s through it after we got it zeroed. I got another mag loaded up here, and honestly, I don't really know, again, what to do to this. I mean, maybe pour a little bit of water over it. I mean, that's a pretty excessive amount of water, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's waterproof, but I tell you this, it is 100% no hassle return and exchange policy. And our lifetime warranty is a commitment to our customer. So it doesn't matter how it happened or whose fault it was. I mean, if you accidentally pour some water on it, red dot still looks good, not fuzzed out or anything like that. So whatever. I guess I can walk over there and bump it up against a tree. So let's put 15 rounds. Well, I don't know how many rounds. Let's put about 10, see if we're staying on target. And after the water, and then I'll bump it up against the tree or something like that. But I like the dot, I really do. It's nice, crisp glass. My wife smiled after she was finished with it, so I know she enjoyed shooting it. She acts like she don't like shooting AR-15s, but I know she does secretly. That was almost so much fun. I think I shot a little more than 15. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's just finish it out. I was goofing off a little bit there. So it done very well. I was shooting pretty fast, and I'm not laying prone with a bipod. I'm trying to hold it out. My wife and I have been out here shooting for about 4 hours today. We've shot quite a few guns for film. So I got a little bit of the sugar shake, if you will. The water does not seem to have affected it. It's not fogged up whatsoever. I know I didn't submerge it in water, but what do you want me to do? So the only other thing that I could think of was maybe if you were walking through the woods, I don't know, maybe you were in your house, you were coming around the corner. I don't use this for self-defense in my home or anything like that, but I don't know, I guess I could envision a scenario where maybe you would be out in the woods carrying this around, maybe, like this, you got it on a sling or something like that. Maybe you might bump it bump it into a tree on accident, maybe. You know, I'm not really sure. You know, like that. Maybe if you was coming around, you know, the corner of your house, maybe you might hit it. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Again, I don't know what else to do to this thing in order to be sure that it's maintaining zero. But those are the only two things I could really come up with. Again, if you was carrying this on a sling, maybe you had it like this, come around, accidentally hit it on the tree. Maybe you're left-handed, you hit it the other way. Again, if you was clearing your home, you come around the corner or something, you know, that's a pretty good hit. Doesn't seem to have affected the glass at all. So instead of shooting at the kneecap, I'm gonna shoot at the thing that said to shoot at the kneecap and see if it's still holding up. And let's just look at the glass. The glass is still very clear. The dot's still very clear. Doesn't seem to have affected or phased it out in any way, but there's only one way to find out. So I'm gonna shoot at the thing that said shoot at the kneecap, and we'll see what happens. So my wife, being the skeptic that she is, she says, well, you know doggone good and well, if you going through the woods, Gene, you know, you probably gonna see a snake, or, you know, you're not really a woodsy guy, so if you accidentally hit your gun on a tree, you're probably gonna be running from something, maybe a snake or something like that. So it's probably gonna hit a little harder than what you hit it, her being the skeptic that she is. So, you know, again, I don't want to jack up my rifle, or I don't want to have it to come loose. It looks like it's holding. She said, well, if you were coming out of the doorway too, Gene, you're probably going to be moving pretty quick, especially if you think something's going off down there. So you're definitely going to hit it harder than that. You didn't hit it hard enough. So I don't know. You know, that's a pretty good hit right there. I mean, I would say if you were to drop your gun, I would say if you were coming around a doorway, I don't know why you would hit it like that, but that's a pretty good hit. It doesn't seem to be moving on the rifle at all. Definitely is nice and tight there. So I'm gonna let my wife shoot this. How you feel about it?
I like it.
Let's go look and see what we did down here. I mean, I took some pretty good shots on that. You know, honestly, I'm more worried about my rifle pick reel than I am the actual gun itself. But she doesn't shoot AR-15s very much. And I would say that given that she was aiming for the thing that said hit it in the kneecap there, I would say that she didn't do too awful bad, pulling a little left, but again, I'd say that's probably her. You was shooting at this, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's not bad. I like it. Again, you know, we've abused these things and they've all held up well. So just because I'm super paranoid person, and we aren't laying prone with bipods or anything like that. And as I said, we have been shooting a lot today, so sometimes it can be difficult to hold it perfectly still if you're not a trained professional. So since my wife shot it, she said she thought she was shooting a little bit left, so I spray painted me a very pink dot down there on the target. You want to show them where it's at? A very pink, easy to see dot down there. And I got, I'm not sure, maybe 10 rounds or so in here. So I'm gonna shoot those, see how that goes. Because I'm just paranoid, I wanna make sure it's still on. So let's see. Harder than you think to see from that distance. Yeah. I mean, I'd say so. I mean, I don't know if them two was from previous shooting or not. Maybe you could see when you zoomed in on it.
No, they wasn't.
That's pretty dang tight. So I did do this right here?
You did.
Okay.
Nothing was in it.
I mean, like I said, at 25 yards, as much as we've been shooting today, it's tough to stay on target. Either way, after taking the beating that I gave that thing, and again, man, you can't even see. If you look up in the sun here, that glass has not got a scratch on it. It looks perfect. So, again, after taking a beating like that, still holding a group that tight, not laying prone, just holding it, just shouldering it like this, man, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Definitely go out and pick you up one of these $70 optics. Go over, check out gsquaredtactical.com, pick up some gear. Click on the link to say, or I'm sorry, they will, yeah, I'll put a link up. I'll put a link up to where you can find the optic on Amazon. But be sure to use G210 at checkout and receive 10% discount at checkout on an already great budget-friendly optic. And thanks so much for watching today, guys. I hope the video was helpful. Let everyone know where they can find the best blue collar reviews on YouTube, and God bless.